Good morning. Welcome, all creatures, great and small, to the First Universalist Church of Yarmouth for our Blessing of the Animals service. My name is Ann Turner. I'm a worship assistant and on our worship council, and I am so glad to be greeting you this morning. A warm welcome to all of you gathered in our sanctuary, and to those of you joining with us on Zoom with your own animals in your laps. At First Universalist, our mission is to explore our faith, embrace this community, and engage the world as spiritual seekers. May we take these words to heart. If this is your first time to our congregation, welcome. We invite you to fill out a connection card, which is located in front of you in your pew, so that we can connect you with programs here that may interest you. You can drop it in the offering plate when it passes later in the service. For those of you joining us with young children, there is nursery care available during our service for babies and toddlers. The nursery is located right through that side door and down the hallway on the left. Following our service, all are invited to join us for coffee hour, our time of fellowship and friendship downstairs in the gathering room. Before we begin our service, I have two announcements. Today is the last day to sign up for a small group this fall. If you are interested in joining a small group for the year, there's a sign-up form in your order of worship, as well as downstairs on the welcome table in coffee hour. Fill it out and drop it in the offering plate later in our service, if you are interested. Today is also the last day to RSVP to our dinner church that's coming up on Friday night. We need to know how many folks are coming so that we know how much to cook. You can RSVP online or at the welcome table downstairs during coffee hour. And now I invite you to take a deep breath and stretch if you need to as we settle into this time together. Our music director, Sam Chandler, and our choir will lead us into worship.
Good morning. How are you? I look better now? I used to have hair just like this. It's so good to see you all on this, our Blessing of the Animals service. I'm Reverend Hillary. I serve as the minister here, and it is with peace and friendship and a very enthusiastic tail wag that I say, whoever you are, wherever you're from, whomever you love, whatever it is you have done, whether you howl or yowl or chirp, gurgle, growl, or speak, whether you eat food off the table or off the floor or anywhere you find it, whether you consider yourself a lion or a tiger, or a bear, or more of a, oh my, kind of person, you are welcome here. And we're so glad that you are here with us this morning. Friends, today we join many congregations across the world and celebrate the feast day of St. Francis of Assisi, known to hear the words of God through the songs of birds and to speak to animals as though they were his equals, to study plants and trees and to beseech humans to care for all beings. St. Francis is the patron saint of animals and ecology. His feast day, October 4th, is celebrated worldwide with a Blessing of the Animals service, generally with live animals present in the sanctuary. And along with celebrating the ministry of St. Francis today, I also want to lift up someone I recently learned about, a gentleman named Henry Bergh, B-E-R-G-H. Does anyone know who Henry Bergh is? Have you ever heard of this person? No. Well, in 1866, Henry Bergh founded the American Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, otherwise known as the ASPCA, which runs many adoption and rescue agencies across the country and leads all kinds of initiatives to support the well-being of animals. But get this, Henry Bergh, staunch Unitarian. He was an active member of All Souls Church in New York City, and he ceaselessly petitioned his minister and congregation to work to prevent animal cruelty. Mercy to animals, he was known to preach, means mercy to mankind. Mercy to animals means mercy to mankind, which certainly echoes our current UU value of honoring the interdependent web of all life. And so as we lift up St. Francis, patron saint of ecology, and Henry Bergh, UU patron saint of animal wellness, I feel we would be remiss today, on this day of days, if we also did not lift up the words of the one and only Mary Oliver, our patron poet of the natural world. And today, why not read Wild Geese, huh? You can recite it along with me if you know the words. You do not have to be good. You do not have to walk on your knees for 100 miles through the desert repenting. You only have to let the soft animal of your body love what it loves. Tell me about despair, yours, and I will tell you mine. Meanwhile, the world goes on. Meanwhile, the sun and the clear pebbles of the rain are moving across the landscapes, over the prairies and the deep trees, the mountains and the rivers. Meanwhile, the wild geese, high in the clean blue air, are heading home again. Whoever you are, no matter how lonely, the world offers itself to your imagination, calls you like the wild geese, harsh and exciting, over and over, announcing your place in the family of things. Good morning. my human animal friends and my animal friends. As we settle into this sacred space and time, let's widen our web of connection and turn to our neighbors, wish them a good morning, and ask them if they could be any animal, which animal might they be? I now invite our choir forward to sing us into this morning together. Thank you, choir. Morning has broken. Thank you, choir. And will you remain risen and join me in the words of our unison affirmation? They're written in your order of service. We are united in seeking to increase love with justice and to constitute a free church open to all people, mindful of our past and drawing upon modern knowledge. We respond to the spiritual needs of persons and are devoted to the common good in community, nation, and world. We cherish the integrity of each individual and search for truth with reason as our guide. We respect differences of opinion and strive to be a democratic community. We are concerned with this world and open to the future. Thank you. You may be seated. And I invite our friend Mac up to light our chalice this morning. Good morning, Mac.
And any kiddos who want to join me to light the chalice, you can come on down. All righty. Who do we got? We got Mira. We got JJ. Oh, okay. Come on all down. He's just in his own. Good morning, everybody. Happy blessings of the animals. Alrighty, what do we say when I light this chalice? We light our chalice. Amazing, amazing. All right, ready? Let's see if I do it right. We light our chalice in peace and friendship. Thank you.
Happy blessing of the animals, Mac.
Happy blessing of the animals. All right, I'm curious. Raise your hand if you have a pet at home or a pet in memory at home. Wow. All right, amazing. Now, I want to know if you had to choose one thing, the best part of having a furry friend at home, what would it be? What would it be? What's the best part of having a pet?
How many people
at
can
home?
name the hardest part? Like 2 greyhounds with a drive to eat porcupines? That's the hardest part for me. What's the best part? How much they love you? Cat in your
Cat
lap.
in your lap. I can agree with that one. Listening to the cat's purr. Absolutely.
Wake every morning with a smile. Yes. Great company.
Knowing they have no idea what's going on in the world.
Yes.
That's very true.
Or do they? Are they thinking like we have no idea what's going on in the world?
Maybe they know more than us.
Yeah. When they greet you when you come home.
She takes me for walks.
Takes me for walks. Get you outside. Yes, get you moving. Watching a dog lick the broiler plant. We call that cleanup duty in my house. Yeah.
That's so true. When you're sick, they're always there.
Always forgives you if you're having a bad day. We are so blessed by our animals. Mac, you have an animal at home, right?
I do.
A cat named Monday.
Close, it's Friday.
Friday.
One of the days. You
Yeah.
had 7 to choose from. Yes, I have Friday at home. She's 13. I have to say my favorite part of having Friday is, this actually happened the other day. I was like having trouble falling asleep and I'm like, something's missing, right? Like there's a sound that I usually hear, her purring, right? I'm like, oh, I can't fall asleep until she's on my chest purring, then I
Yes.
can fall asleep,
Oh,
right?
yes, like vibrates your heart chakra. Not to
Yeah.
get woo-woo about things, but yeah.
No, totally.
So there are a lot of things I like about having animals, and you all have shared many of them. But I was thinking about this service today as I was looking at my 2 greyhounds, whose name I'm not going to mention or else they're going to charge the pulpit. But I was recalling I took an American Sign Language class many years ago, and I'm horrible at languages, and I remember only 3 signs from taking this class, along with Spirit of Life, that we've drilled
Thank you
into our
very
heads.
much.
I remember the sign for cookie. I remember the sign for human. And I remember the sign for animal, which goes like this. And when we were taught these signs, I distinctly remember our teacher saying, you can remember human by suspenders. Human wears suspenders. And I was like, oh, yeah, humans are upright, rigid, straightforward. And this sign, what does this make you think of? Open heart or breath, breathing, opening the lungs, filling the lungs, opening the heart. And I have to say, the thing I love most about an animal is watching it breathe, because we too are breathing. And I know I talk about breath all the time. I'm gonna get up here and tell you to take a deep, refreshing breath in like 2 minutes. We're gonna do a lot of breathing together. But it is important to remember that breath is what's keeping us alive, and breath is also what is connecting us all to each other and to this earth. Every living creature breathes. And so how beautiful that the symbol for animal is a reminder of our shared breath. And so with that, my friends, I want to invite you to just take some breaths with me, and you can practice breathing in and out. And breathing in and out. And breathing in and out. And those of you who have animals here in the service, enjoy watching your beloved creature breathe. And those who go home this afternoon to animals at home, enjoy those animals' breath as well. And remember, the birds are breathing all around you, and the ladybugs, and even the mosquitoes. How about that? And so with that, shall we say our children's blessing?
We shall.
Thanks, Mac.
We are Unitarian Universalists, people with open minds,
loving hearts, and helping hands. So I just warmed you up with some breathing there, just in time as we now come to the moment in our service that we set aside for silent prayer and meditation. And this is a time for reflection or looking forward, a time to offer a prayer to someone or many people in need of a prayer, a time to reflect on animals past and present in your life, or natural landscapes you care deeply about, or of course, just use this time to be here now. Following our time of quiet, I'll ring a chime, and all will be welcome to come forward and light a candle for a joy, sorrow, or concern you have today, or a candle in celebration or memory of a beloved animal. First, though, will you join me in taking a deep, refreshing breath in? Bye. A calming breath out. and enjoy a sacred time of silence. On this day, our blessing of the animal service, I invite you to join me in the prayer of St. Francis. It's on a little yellow sheet in your order of service, and it's UU-ified, but the message remains. And if you feel comfortable, you can speak these words aloud with me, say them quietly to yourself, or just listen. Whatever feels right and good in your heart and mind. Spirit of life, love present now, make me an instrument of peace. Where there is hatred, let me sow love. Where there is injury, pardon. Where there is doubt, faith. Where there is despair, hope. Where there is darkness, light. Where there is sadness, joy. Spirit, life, love, grant that I may not so much seek to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand, to be loved as to love. For it is in giving that we receive. It is in pardoning that we are pardoned, and it is in releasing that we are welcomed in peace, in love. Let it be so. Amen. Thank you.
Recognizing our value of interdependence and the healing power of our animal world, this week's half-plate offering is given to Maine Paws for Veterans, which provides service dog training and support for veterans with military-related post-traumatic stress. Maine Paws for Veterans' vision is an improved quality of life for vets by reconnecting them with a sense of belonging, purpose, and community. Since 2012, Maine Paws for Veterans has graduated 103 teams of vets and service dogs. For those in the sanctuary this morning, we will pass the offering plate to one another. For those gathered with us online through Zoom, you are invited to make your offering using the donate button that's in your order of worship, or by dropping a check in the mail. Your generosity is appreciated.
Thank you, choir. Friends, will you rise again in body and spirit with me now and join in singing our song of thanksgiving? The short verses are in your order of service. You may be seated. Thank you for your generosity. At this time in our service, I want to invite all animals with us today to come forward for a blessing. In previous years, following the service, I've blessed animals individually outside after the service, but this year, I feel called to bless them in the presence of you, of all gathered here in this sacred space. And during this time of blessing, you who remain seated have an important job of creating and sustaining an energy of loving kindness in this space by way of song, of melodic breath. In a moment, I'll invite animals and their humans, please, and their humans, to come forward. And as they do, Sam will lead us in singing the short and powerful song, May I Be Filled with Loving Kindness. And during this time of blessing, we hope that you'll just sing these verses over and over like a mantra, like a cyclical prayer that they are. And as you do, we can imagine these words, this prayer swirling around our sanctuary, touching all the creatures present here, and perhaps even catching a breeze outside and moving across the world, touching all beings out there. Friends, if you have an animal with you, be they live or stuffed, photographed, or within, that you would like for me to bless today, I invite you to rise in 1 second as you're able and create a line down the windows here, just like during our candles of joy and sorrow. I'll greet you over here, and then you can return to your seat. If you're not able to walk with your animal and you would like me to come to you, just raise your hand after this line is complete, and I will find you in the sanctuary. Sam, would you like to say anything about the singing?
Sure, yeah, you did great. So we'll sing once through all together, and then you can keep singing what's written, or feel free to add your own thing. You can take words from it, like, may I be filled, and create a melody out of nowhere. I think it fits into what Hillary's saying. Well, you can create a space of these words. So keep singing the melody, or feel free to try anything you want.
You could just howl. You could howl if you need to. And this song, May I Be Filled with Loving Kindness, is number 1031 in this hymnal, the paperback hymnal. All right, with that, Sam, perhaps folks can start singing, and as they do, I invite animals to come on down. Thanks for opening the window, Anne.
1, 2. May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be well. May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be well. May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be well. May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be well. May I be peaceful and at ease. May I be whole. May I be peaceful and at ease. May I be
I could do that every day. If anyone wants to do that every day, I could do that every day. Is there someone? Oh, yeah, I got that one, I think. Yes. Friends, we are all gifted with the ability to bless one another with love and peace and trust and comfort. And so with that, I invite you to lift your hearts, senses, and spirits with me now, feeling the presence of all the life in this room, all the life within you, feeling care for all the life in this room, all the life within you, and join in our collective prayer and blessing of the animals, which is on the back of that sheet with St. Francis's prayer. And I invite this side of the sanctuary, where our text station is, to read the non-italicized lines. The side of the sanctuary where the piano is, you will read the italicized lines, and we'll all say the lines in bold. And I do just want to draw your attention quickly to the double asterisks at the bottom of the page. I try to keep the animal blessing somewhat calm for our animal friends and humans. You know, people can get pretty wound up, but we're pretty much at the end, so I think we can let a few howls and yowls rip. Why not? And so, taking a breath in, feeling the importance of this precious moment, I invite this side of the room to start us off. For all creatures, big and small, we celebrate your place in the web of life, for the wonder and comfort you bring to our lives, for the beauty and movement you add to this world. We thank you. We love you. For the times we have hurt or neglected you, for the chemicals and machines we use that harm you. We are sorry. We will be careful. We honor the web of life to which we all belong. We recognize our well-being is dependent on your well-being. We care and are grateful for our shared world. May all beings live a full and happy life, with enough to eat and a place to sleep, with freedom to move and to experience beauty. May all beings live a full and happy life. For all the animals in the whole wide world, greatest praise to you. And with that, my friends, I invite you to rise in body and spirit once again and join in singing our closing hymn, All Creatures of the Earth and Sky, number 203 in your hardbacked hymnal. And will you remain risen with me for our closing benediction? May all beings be free of suffering and the causes of suffering. May all beings experience profound joy and the causes of profound joy. May we know in our hearts that mercy to animals is mercy to mankind, and may our impact on our interdependent web be of great benefit to every being we meet. And will you join me in the words of our unison benediction, my friends? For those who come here seeking God, may God go with you. For those who come embracing life, may life return your affection. For those who come to seek a path, may the way be found and the courage to take it step by step. Go in peace to love and sniff the world and enjoy the singing of our choir before you do.
As we